keep fighting or they are going to win. It is a 100% chance that we will lose and the Liberals will win it all if we stop fighting right now. When Saskatchewan released that legislation, I went onto social media. I posted the video of their release, and I said, hey, it's great. Saskatchewan is doing, they've done by far the most of any province to try to hold these feds back or whatever. And I posted that. I went back and I looked at some comments, and there's some people going like, this is the way to do it. This is awesome. People are like, hey, Doug Ford, or hey, David Eby, how about some of this or whatever. But then there was negative comments. And I've seen these types of comments before, and I've seen these accounts before. And basically, you have Saskatchewan that are moving heaven and earth to do everything within their jurisdiction, every bit of creativity that they've used to figure out a way to interfere with the feds. And then there's people running in there going, this is not a win. Oh, this is a disgrace. This is still confident. How is this helping me? These people take to the internet to screech things like full repeal. This is not a win, full repeal. Like getting on the internet and screeching full repeal, not even just to nobody, but seeking out the province that has done the most of any provinces, because this is how these people's minds work, right? They're like, who are the leaders here? Who are doing the most work? Because there's a lot of people doing absolutely nothing. There's a lot of groups doing nothing, like zilch, zero, nothing, but talking about doing things, but not actually doing anything. They don't go to their accounts. They're looking around for who's doing the most work. Dude, I can't think of anything more useless than screeching full repeal on the internet, especially directed at Saskatchewan, who's doing all the work. And what account were they screeching this at? The CCFR's account. The only group that did anything in the last election, the most important election in a generation. And we are number 7 in the country for third-party advertising. As I said, we showed ads during the Stanley Cup playoffs, man. We did everything humanly possible. Things that the gun lobby was never, ever going to be capable in history if it weren't for the CCFR of doing. Like, not even close. The reason why I'm bringing this up is you look at people like that, you need to understand what it is you're looking at. There's really two groups of people that you're looking at. One is paid liberal agitators. And that stuff works. It gets us fighting with each other. But either they are, or they're foreign governments, or they're just liberal volunteers, people that are just like, just hardcore, brainwashed zombie leftists that are there, just there. And that stuff works on a lot of people, right? That agitation, that creating conflict and creating division and fighting, simulating infighting in the community, that stuff works, right? So if you're kind of a passive observer, understand what you're looking at. That's either that's what you're looking at, or you are looking at an actual gun owner in some place in Canada that is an actual centrist or right-leaning or right-wing conservative individual. And if it's that person, then what you're looking at is you're looking at someone who just can't take the pressure. They're done. They've given up. They can't take the heat, but they're not just going to leave the kitchen. No, because there's a thing that happens with human beings, and this is just part of who we are, right? And everyone has this compulsion, but some people can't control it, like these people, right? These are the weakest among us, intellectually, right? Spirit-wise, morally. Because what happens to people is they can't just give up and walk away by themselves. That's how that works. And there's an old adage that has existed for as long as people have existed. Misery loves company. And that's why that saying exists. Because people can't just give up or be miserable, whatever, on their own. They always want to spread it around. So if you're one of these passive observers that saw that, like I looked at it, I'm like, this can't be a gun owner, or this is someone in crisis, right? It's like, man, if you're seeing that stuff, don't buy into it, right? Because that's just tearing us apart. I hear from guys like that, right? These black-pilled people, I've been talking about them a little bit lately because they are the enemy within our own movement, right? Those guys will justify their behavior in a number of different ways. Now, I'm not going to go into all of it, but I'll give you an example. Guys are like, no, we gotta let this whole thing collapse so that the liberals can see what they've created, and until they suffer more, they're not going to ever, wake up or whatever. That's my excuse to do nothing, or to play an active part in getting the liberals reelected and getting all the guns taken. Because that's what you're doing. If you've given up and you go away quietly, fine. You can't take it, that's okay. And I get it. I've been under a lot of pressure for 10 and a half years to be in a worse position when it comes to my guns than when I started. How discouraging do you think that is? How much do you think I want to get out of here? I've been planning an exit from the CCFR for 2 years, man. But I can't seem to let it go because I'm not going to hand them the win. When that's going to happen, I don't know, right? But I'm just like, I still got fight left in me, man. So if you're one of those people, you can play a part in wrecking everything for everybody. I would suggest you either just find some fight in you, find a backbone again, and keep on fighting and encourage people to hang in there. That would be far more productive than screeching into the universe full repeal, as if that's ever going to happen with this government in place, right? Or without having more pressure, like having them have to pay every resident of Saskatchewan 3 times, but every single person, or being sued by 20,000 people, which is enabled by their legislation. You don't think that we would be better off, more likely to get a full repeal if 20,000 people in Saskatchewan sued the federal government for full compensation, if they had to fight all of those lawsuits or start a class action? So go suffer by yourself if you don't got what it takes to stay in the fight, and that would be great. But stop trying to spread your misery and get other people to quit. Like, who are you working for? You know what I mean? Even if it's just for yourself because you're broken. Think about that. And you know what? There is no shame in looking, because I reflect on my failures all the time. I sit there and I'm like, okay, did you win that one? You didn't. Why? Do you want to keep losing or do you want to change? I'm like, I'm not doing that again. That was a mistake. I do it all the time. I made piles of mistakes, man. So maybe this is your opportunity to just sit back and go, you know what? Damn it, that guy, he's right. I was out there trying to spread misery, and Saskatchewan is doing everything they can. The CCFR is doing everything. It's not even an opinion, man. You can just go to the website and read it. Go click why join. You can read it all right there. We write it all down for you, man. You don't even have to guess. Look at who's doing all the work and support those people somehow, even if you're just supporting them morally with your words. That helps too. And the other thing you can do, if that's too much for you, that's fine. But vote. If it's too much for you, if it's too much to ask, more than, you're asking for more than we can give right now, to spend 40 minutes to just go down to the elementary school and vote once every 2 to 4 years and put your, even if you're biting your tongue, put your little X by the Conservatives so you don't split the vote to ensure that the Liberals get in yet again, maybe another 3 or 4 times. Maybe you can bring yourself just to do that. If you're not part of the solution, just get the hell out of the way, I guess is the message, right? So anyway, again, in summary, thanks for listening. I appreciate that. If you're seeing that kind of stuff, understand what you're looking at and just sweep these people aside. Keep fighting or they are going to win. It is a 100% chance that we will lose and the Liberals will win it all if we stop fighting right now. 100% chance. If we keep fighting, there's some non-0% chance that we might win eventually. Like, that's just what it is. So it's a pretty easy choice to me. Anyway, that's what I got. So sorry if that was a little bit uncomfortable. It is what it is. I just kind of almost had to get that off my chest because I've been thinking about it for a while. And I think we should all be lifting each other up and we have to keep going. And if you can't do it for yourself, do it for your kids, do it for the next generation. Because man, if the Liberals keep winning, Canada's not a place you're going to want to be. The CCFR is rolling out the biggest gun contest in Canadian history. It's called the It's Raining Guns contest. Canada's gun lobby is launching an unprecedented project to hold the Liberals accountable for what they're doing to law-abiding citizens. To raise the funds for this project, the CCFR is going to give away 100 guns. Yeah, you heard that right. We're giving away 100 guns. The contest is open right now and it ends May 1st. 2026, so you don't have long. Now, here's how it works. Donate $20 to the CCFR and you'll receive 1 free entry into the contest. The prizes will be awarded in one long video on or about May 4th of this year. 100 names will be chosen at random and a donated firearm will be awarded. We asked Canada's business community for help and they answered the call, so you'll also find out who stepped up to help. To enter, go to ccfr.ca right now. That's ccfr.ca. Read all the contest rules carefully, donate $20, and you'll get a free entry into the contest. It's really that simple. There are 100 chances to win. The time to fight back against this wasteful, ineffective, and outrageous confiscation program is right now. In fact, it's really now or never. And you just wait to see what we're going to do. So go to ccfr.ca right now, read the contest rules, and help the CCFR let these people know that we aren't giving up anytime soon. It's raining guns, so donate before the contest ends this May 1st, 2026, and thank you for your help.